They weren't that ready. I mean, we got big kid. This is a big kid. Mommy, wow, I'm a big kid now, okay?
Got Luffy ambition, king of the rappers, the mission.
Hey, what's going on, gang? It's Marauder Music with 3-Piece TCG, man. Beard, Pirates TCG, and 2D. I'm coming at you with that KIDD, dog. Red P, KIDD. So smash the like button, finger pop the subscribe, turn on the bell, and go down in them comments. Let me know, what am I doing right? What am I doing wrong? What would you be doing differently? Now, I've been talking to my cherished crewmate, Patrick Noel, and you know, I think we probably linked up on some Purple Luffy shit, you know, and Red Purple back in the Gap, but we definitely connected on Red Purple Kid. And if I'm not mistaken, when they won, they were already looking for that kid from oh yeah, you guessed it, from that Etsy, dog. You got to come check out that Etsy link for K Design, okay, the designer of these cards that I've been playing. I know we got the Red Purple Kid here as well. Man, I love this card. I love all these cards. Red Purple Kid. Yo, that's crazy. Where that Red Purple Kid at, dog? There he is. There he is. Anyways, get 25% off your entire order, okay? And then with code 3-Piece TCG, okay? And then the memberships are live. Do be smashing and finger popping, putting on that pressure, or big city hooping for the whole shebang. Put your name on my videos, boy, and support a firefighter who can't read. All right. Anyways, enough of the silly business. Let's get into the dick list. Okay, so like I was saying, you know, I got a bunch of crewmates who really fuck with Red Purple Kid, and shout out to all yous. I was telling Patrick Noel that, you know, I wanted to get a list together that felt more consistent because I had been experimenting with it at that point. But what I don't want to do is just be like farming wins and like, you know, making a deck seem like it's invincible or even playable when you can make an unplayable deck look like it's god tier when you're out here farming wins. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's not how I get down. That's not how I get down personally. But anyhow, I was able to find something that felt pretty damn consistent. And I didn't get to play it as much as I would like to, and I will continue to play maybe in the future if, you know, you guys are interested in this. And the reason being is because also I got May 3rd, I got some online regionals that I've been, you know, taking a lot of my time, and I keep, man, if you guys could see the new tech and the Plofi list, the new tech, I'll give you a hint. It's somewhere on the screen. Yeah, fuck with it. Anyways, yeah, some new stuff for you guys, for the other creators to steal. But anyhow, so Kid, for those of you who don't know, is if you have 4 or more life, this leader has minus 1,000 power. Now, this is the only dual colored leader that one has 5 life and 2 can swing. The dual colored leaders, they either can't swing and they do have 5 life, or they have 4 life and they can swing. But never have I ever seen a 5 life leader that's 2 colors and can swing. Okay, so let's use that to our advantage, shall we? Now, again, 4 more life, it's minus 1k, so you're 4 life when you're attacking. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna have to put some Dawn in. But when attacking, you can minus a Dawn, and this leader gains 2,000 power for this turn, okay? Not on your opponent's turn, just for this turn. So it would behoove us to run certain cards that, you know, can help us with this ability. Anyhow, this is where we come into our deck list. Kid and Killer is just a rush down, and when we get our opponent down to a 2 or less life, they become 7k. Big city pressure. Big city pressure. Otama is here because Otama helps us pop things with Beckman, and or get rid of things with Newgate, and or swing into things with the rest of our crew. Great 2k. Newgate. Now you're gonna see some games with Shanks, but I'm favoring this list currently. Because I really like Newgate. Once we get down to 3 life, you know what I mean? Now we are a 3 life leader. You know, we're a dual colored leader that's gotten to see some extra cards, which is dope. but we do want some protection. And by the time we got down to 3 life, we're typically in range of playing Newgate, especially when you consider the amount of ramp that we have here, right? So Newgate's going to make us 7k leader, and then if we have Kid out as well, which is not a stretch, if we had Kid out as well, then we're 9, we swing, we -1 Dawn, we get that Dawn back, you know what I mean? We're a 9k swing, you know what I mean? And we still get to have, like, actually it's 10, because if you play him out, you got 1 Dawn active, and then you attach that here, that makes you 8, and then you swing 10, and then you get a Dawn back for a Divine Departure, great. Or if he's at 9, we're at 9, and then we swing, we use ability, we swing for 9, we get a Dawn back, now we still got 1 for the cover us, and yeah, I mean, just a great ability to have Newgate. You're essentially playing Newgate out for 8 when you swing, and you have this. Beckman, just best 7-drop. My favorite 7-drop in the fucking game. I know Luffy Taro is out there, and I know who else? I know a lot of Luffys. All the Luffys are 7. I know this guy's 7, right? But I love Beckman. Beckman's just getting rid of things, establishing things, causing trouble. Lime Juice is just here because it's a great 2K. And it can eliminate somebody being able to block. Kind of serves the same purpose as Usohachi. So not as versatile, but still pretty good. Bond Clay's here to help us ramp, and one of the reasons we like going second. Okay, and then of course Mimicking. They get all the aggro. They're a blocker. This one is one that we definitely want in our hand. The reason we don't mind running going first either. As soon as we get this card out, we're able to start utilizing our leader's ability for free. And actually, we get a Dawn active, so that's great. You get 2 of these out there, guess what? You ramp 1 every time you use your leader's ability. Big Mom is there because it works in tandem with, you know, Homeboy here. And helps us, you know, gives us a life, which gives us another card, and also removes a threat, right? And now we got a 9k body. So we've been really big on this Big Mom, okay? Killer is our finisher. This card essentially makes our leader the kid of old. The kid of old. This kid. It gives us, you know, it restands our character, our leader, excuse me, and then we get to swing again, all right? So, and that's what we keep them around for finishers. That's why we're running 3 and at 4, because we don't mind seeing them until the latter turns of the game. Usohachi, best 2K in the game. 8 or more, rest of 5. Divine Departure. Now, Divine Departure, why not Rad Beam? Why not Guard Point? Why not Gum Gum Giant? Well, I hope you know why I know Gum Gum Giant. But Divine Departure is it's versatile, and it can get rid of an 8K, or it can give us plus 3K. So we're fucking with it. We're fucking with it because we like to have a bit of removal. This kid list is representing ramp and removal. Ramp, removal, and double swings, or big swings, you could say, right? Removal here, removal here, removal here, right? And you can say this is assisting with removal. Removal here. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 cards that remove. We don't really... 5 cards that remove. Yes. I'm a better deck builder than I realize. Anyways, so that's why Divine Departure. Punk Rotten, this card is your closer. This is your show stopper, okay? -1 Dawn. Give your leader or character with Kid Pirate's attribute up to 5 or plus 5,000. So, you know, the dream play is you're at 10 Dawn, you play 1, you play 2, you give 1, then you're already at 10, 15, 16, you go down 1, up 1 to 17, and then you play Killer out, you -1 Dawn, and you swing 17 twice. Like, what do I do with my hands? You know what I mean? Then, of course, we got It's to Die For, just a great ramp card. If they got a 6K or more, you ramp twice. God Thread really helps with that early development, you know, management on the other side. So we just start popping and start whatchamacallitin'. And then, of course, it's also just fodder for trash here. So, anywho, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this. Mommy, wow, I'm a big kid now. We're starting off a little rough here because I forgot to hit record in this motherfucker. But anyhow, yeah. Okay, so the current state of affairs is they were going first. I'm going second. It looks like And they played that out. It's my turn. I played Bond Clay and attached 1 Dawn, and now I'm swinging 5 into that face. Okay, face of Ace. Okay, so with this one, I came across Ace, and I said, you know what, man, we're trying out some funkadelic stuff, right? Let's see what they got. Let's see what they got on the other side of the pond, right? So let's see what's going on. Anyhow, they're going right into the shenanigans. Okay. Now, I'm hoping that they're not thinking that, you know, Luffy's about to pop Homeboy. I hope they read their card. It looks like they did. It looks like they're just gonna, you know, have him out there. You know, he's gonna fuck around for a little while. I know they're hoping I ain't got that God thread, but you know what else I got? I got motherfucking Ben Beck Man. Okay, we're gonna do the 5. Okay, and for this list right here, I was still running the Shanks. Okay, we later move on from Shanks, you know, as you guys know. So anyhow, they're gonna play out the fucking 8-pack Ace. Okay, and 7 to 5. I got the counter, but am I gonna be stingy? It looks like I'm gonna be just a little stingy. Now I'm really hoping they ain't got a pudding, because holy moly, that would be my ask. Anyhow, what we can do at this juncture, yeah, we can do a little mimic. I mean, we're gonna get some swings on that ass, I'll tell you that right now. I'm looking at that Kid and Killer. I'm looking at that Killer that turns me right side up. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna swing another 7 into 5. Okay, we got him down to 3. 3 to place to be. And now we're just thinking, I think we're thinking about going ahead and swinging it multiple times. Well, actually, if they take this hit, then Kid and Killer's stock flies through the roof. So we want to do that first. There we go. Now we can play out Kid and Killer and get that value. Get all the value. Nah, do the Kid and Killer. Yeah. Yeah. Now we got 7. Put 1 on that boy. Now he's 8. Putting on that big city. Pressure. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I bet they did not wake up at the beginning of this turn and say, I'm probably going to get swung on 4 times. I'm probably going to get swung at 4 times. All right, so they're going to play out Sabo. And that's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. I don't know what you're smoking when you do that, because you see this board. I will do crazy things, but you will always hear me predicate that with, I don't see the reason why. I'm not seeing the board. I'm not seeing their board, so I'm going to go ahead and do fill in the blank, right? So right now, our finisher is definitely going to be the Uso Hachi. We'll turn Ace sideways, and then we can play Killer out, right? And you know what I'm saying? That's 8. So 7 minus 1. We'll be able to swing 8 and then swing an additional 10. Oh, they put out 2 blockers. Well, fuck me and everything I stand for. So here, now we can pop. We can do some things. But there you go. You see right now that, like, Shanks, I mean, you can say Shanks is the answer. You can always say Shanks is the answer. But I just don't feel like, you know, I don't feel like that's what I want right now. So I might even think about just swinging 2 big ones with Captain Kid even, and then bringing out Killer just to bust up the blockers. They're 7K body, which is awkward to play around, you know, right now. So we're going to go ahead and swing 9. Okay, we're asking for 2 cards or a blocker. They give us a blocker, okay? Now, I can swing 7 and then another 9. Okay, it looks like what's what we're lining up. We're lining up our Killer. So we're going to play out Killer, and then we're going to use our ability again. 1 more again, and we're going to swing 11. And if you ain't have 2 cards, you got 4 cards you would like to donate. Excuse me, 4K. Okay, they do got it. So they give us 3 big ones. 2 big ones and a half, basically. So they're putting a card right back there. Again, don't know what the cuss they're thinking. Again, that wasn't right. That should have stayed in life, and that should have stayed in your hand at this point. I mean, you just gave me another Killer. So yeah, I can comfortably take that. And at this point, it's where do you want me to put it, right? So yeah, no blocker. The game is over. I'm gonna go ahead and yeah. We're gonna go ahead and swing 10, and then if they have that oh, I was about to say, yo, they did have it. So it was gonna be 10, and then it was gonna be 12 with the other killer. You guys didn't see that right there. It was gonna be 10, then it was gonna be 12, and that was gonna be that. And that made me think, okay, cool. You know what? I did get a little bogged down though, right? So then we go ahead and we start switching up the list, as you guys see at the beginning. All right, so then we're thinking, let's go ahead and get some Marco in this thing. All right, let's get some Marco. And what's Marco doing? Oh shit. So Marco chooses to go second. They get their way, all right? And we got that Whitebeard in our hands. We got that ramp in our hands. We cool. We're happy. We ain't tripping on nothing. We got Captain Kidd. Oh, yeah. Oh, we're ramping. We're ramping and we're swinging 5. Or we're going to take that 4 life leader down to 3. Oh, we take that 4 life leader down to 3. Now, I don't know if Marco's ready for this pressure. I don't know if Marco is ready for this kind of pressure. Because we're nothing but big city swings in this bitch. So, you know, it's going to be very interesting. We're going to hold on to it's to die for. Well, hang on. We'll see what we get. We'll see what we get. Because I'd love to establish that kid, right? Then start using my ability. But, yeah, we need to see. Yeah, because right now we're at 6. Next turn will be 8. If we play it's to die for, we could play Newgate next turn, but are we that thirsty? You see what I'm saying? And I don't think we are. So we're gonna go from 5 to 7. We're gonna have 1 Dawn active sexually, and there we go. Okay, cool. Now we've got Miss Clock. Well, that's tough. Yeah, that's rough. We'll go ahead and we'll just give him a life, or we'll give him a life, or no, we'll give him a 1K and see if that actually is gonna do anything. They're gonna go ahead and give us that 5. Oh man, said Miss Clock. Miss Clock. Yeah. Okay, so we took that, and we are going to officially be awakened. Right? We woke now. Kids woke. The kid woke up. We can give him. Uso Hachi Miso Horny. We ain't gotta do all that. Yeah. Now what are they gonna give us? A Marco blocker? Another fucking this guy? What's going on? What do they have for us? Oh, Tony Chopper blocker. The Chopper blocker. Okay, cool. So we're at 8 right now, and when we use our ability from here on out, we're actually ramping Dawn if, you know, we actually weren't going to be capped. But so I'm going to go ahead and swing 7 at that ass. Nice. We want to get rid of him if we can, because he's troublesome. He's gonna help them cycle. He's gonna keep things going on. He's Frankenfurter. Frankenfurter's too powerful for this game. So now I can just, and I think I'm making a mistake. Yeah, I'm about to say, you better load that up. You might as well swing 9. Yeah, look at that. We swing 9. Why not? Swing a 9, and they choose to save the blocker. Very interesting. Was that another Miss Clock? We shall see. Oh shit, my shit's still connected. Anyways, so let's go ahead. Now they're at they should be at 8 Dawn right now. Yeah, they're at 8 Dawn. And the world is somewhat their oyster. Not quite yet. I mean, we're looking at their Como se dice plays. Well, I was gonna say Rayleigh. They're Whitebeard, but you know they got Rayleigh out. They're gonna do some swinging at this thing right here. I'll tell you what. Now they don't have access to their leader's ability, so if I block out of this with 1, I can give them a 2K afterwards. But actually, there's gonna be 2 more swings coming. Yeah, there could be 2 more swings coming. I'm going to be crazy. I'm being crazy for you guys right now. That's knuckin' futz. Yo, look at that. Look at that. Swinging 10, get 1 back. Thank you. I mean, yo, am I smoking rope over here or what? That's crazy. So now we got the Newgate. Now we got a 7K leader. You know, plus the ability. It feels incredible. I think Newgate's going to be making a comeback here. I think Newgate is going to be leaving here. Come on. This Whitebeard on Whitebeard violence is crucial. It's killing the streets. What is going on? Yo. Whitebeard, we hardly knew you. And is that about as much time as Whitebeard spends in the fucking spoilers? Is that about as much time as we see Whitebeard in the whole fucking series? Like accumulatively, I swear to God. So if I didn't spend all that fucking Dawn or all that counter keeping this bitch ass kid alive, I would definitely be able to block out of the rest of their attacks. But you know, now I got a blocker, and they're not gonna put up a blocker, and I can swing fucking wholeheartedly this next round. Actually, I'm threatening lethal if you think about it. I'm threatening lethal between what's represented on the board and in my hand. I'm definitely threatening lethal. I can swing a good 7. Even a good 9, a gooder 9. That would be 3, and then I could attach the rest on, and I could do a Punk Rotten actually, and then do a Dawn, and then send back one of kids, and then get a, man, I'm happy right now. We're good. We're good. We're gonna be A-okay, Jack. We're gonna be A-okay. Yeah, here we go. All right, it's gonna get, it's getting kind of hectic. I don't think my man knows what's coming for him right here. I don't think. Patrick Noel, this one's for you, big boss, because I think I'm about to pull it off. I think I'm about to pull it off. I said I think I'm about to pull it off. What you doing? You ain't got nothing. They're wiping. I've been there. We all wipe. We all wipe. Front to back, baby. You got to wipe. Okay, so I'm swinging 9. No, swing 9. Please swing 9. Please. Swing 9. Please swing 9. Because if we swing 9 there, okay, then we spend the 2 for the Punk Rotten. Punk Rotten brings one back. We're at 10 already. Yeah, here we go. And they're like, 9. I'm not going to counter all that. Fuck all that shit. I'm going to give it to them. Yeah, of course. Of course. You still got 2 life, right? You're chilling. That's going to be mistake number 1, pal. There we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There we go. Give me that. What's that, 11? Minus 1, 13. And if you ain't got 13, I don't think you're going to have 15, Jack. If you ain't got 13, I do not think you're going to have 15 for that ass. Holy shit, he's got it. Oh, okay, good. And he didn't leave, they didn't leave any Dawn up, because who was thinking that they were going to go from 2 to 0? You know, who was thinking that this was going to turn into 3 big ass swings? Now, what were they able to go up to? What were they able to? They were able to go up to 9. Yeah, so they would have went to 12 tops. But that just ain't enough. You're just not safe. And this reminds me of a Green Kid, which I was very successful with. 6 weeks undefeated. It was great. It was great, but you cannot underestimate the tide, the turning of the tide that will take place when this leader's on board. Let's go ahead and get the next. So what you're asking yourself is, but wait, how does it stack against the pressure, right? How does it stack against the rush down? Well, I could tell you something. We're choosing to go second. And this is another list where we deceptively choose to go second, right? They're like, oh, I thought he wants to go first. What's going on, right? This one is still with the Shanks, but bear with me. So the reason why we're fucking with going second is because, one, we've got a lot of ramp. Our It's to Die For works whether we go second or not, right? And then, of course, Bond Clay only works going second, okay? We can take that, cool. And then we get to ramp, and as soon as we ramp from evens to odds, that's when we open ourselves up to Ben Beckman, and that's when Beckman starts popping, and we start popping off, right? So that's the big deal about going from odds, or from evens to odds. I keep wanting to say odds to evens, but when we go from evens to odds, right? So, okay, this is going to be a prime example right here, because what we can do here, we're going to take some hits. We're going to take some hits. You know what I mean? We can give them that and that. That's cool. But what we can do here now is we can swing into Zoro and see if they're going to give us a card. And no matter who they play, because back when we were God threading, they would use that Sanji, right? They would use that Sanji, and that Sanji would be that 6 cost, and we can't God thread that 6 cost, okay? But now we got Beckman, and Beckman don't care what you are. And guess what? We got a card out of him anyways. And what card did we get out of him? Did we get? I think they gave us that. They gave us a Zoro to keep a Zoro. We said, you don't get nothing. We said, you don't get nothing. Beckman, bro. Beckman. There for the win. So now they're at 7 Don. Okay. And 4 cards in hand. And they've got to figure something out. Oh, shit. They figured something out. They're going to go ahead and swing 7 to our 5. Yeah, I think we take that. I think we take that one. We got so many divine departures. Just, oh, or we don't have to take it. We could Usohachi and Ben Beckman, right? And then on our turn, divine departure the new gate. So, because they're not developing anything else. You know what I'm saying? So it looks like that's what we're going to go ahead and do. Yeah. It's a choice. It's a choice. But it gets rid of their only threat on the board right now. And that's what we're doing. And it's very uncharacteristic for a kid to be able to do this. To be able to pop and control the board, okay? And that's what we're attempting to do with our Beckman play, with our Divine Departure, and with our God Thread, right? God Thread is, of course, ramping us as well as popping. Beckman and Divine Departure are just getting rid of cards, bro. Getting cards off the board. And so now we're going to be going up against an 8K swing, it looks like. Okay, and they're going to swing at our face. It's crazy. They could have definitely taken Beckman off the board, but they didn't feel saucy enough to do that. And I can't blame them, because if they would have wasted that swing at Beckman, that's all but fucking game. You know what I mean? Like, you just wasted so much resources. Now we're going to have to worry about that Brook on the board. We go ahead and do that. And I'm wondering why we do that, because, I mean, like, yo, was we worried like that? But we got 10. Oh, that's why we do it. Because that's the other thing. On my bingo list for playing Shanks, Shanks is playing bingo. Shanks is bingo. Shanks is loteria. Loteria. Shanks is loteria, because you got to have your bingo card ready, right? You've got to have the right amount of... First off, you need enough life, okay? And you need them to not have so much fucking board presence. You need them to not have as much board presence. You need to have some life. And then you can start having a conversation about playing Shanks, right? Shanks is, you know, he's that high celebrity that wants to, you know what I mean? Como se dice? In the green room, he's got to have his M&Ms, but they got to have only wants the green M&Ms. So you got to pick all the other ones out. You know what I'm saying? He wants Fiji water. You know what I mean? Like, he wants some different things. And so Shanks, you got to have Shanks' bed made for him. Okay, he's not gonna make his own bed. He's a celebrity. We're going to take that. Now, if they would have swung first into Shanks, which is what you should do, they could have taken Shanks. They could have absolutely taken Shanks. But they decided to swing at face first and then think, oh yeah, maybe I'll take characters out. And that's why you don't do that, because if I take life, then you give me another card to play with, okay? So here we are, and we're done. We're done with this game. Because I'm going to load the hell up with my kid, right? I'm gonna swing 11. Yeah, it's 11, and then 13, or 12, and then 13. So you ain't got that, Jack. This game is all over, and it just sneaks up like that. It really does just sneak up like that. I said it just sneaks up like that. There we go. Yeah, so we were going to have that. We had 11, okay? Then we're going to have 12. And then we're going to load this guy up. And then we're going to use ability and swing 13. Yo, all right? So at this point, I know what you're thinking. It's like, well, let's see some meta. Okay, look, hey, look, I was trying to get comfortable with it too. All right, I was trying to get comfortable with it too. Let's go ahead and look at some more meta. All right, so a little more meta. We're going to do some Booby Smoker, all right? And we choose to go second. And we're happy. We're happy. We got our Bond Clay to ramp. We got It's to Die For, helps us ramp. You know what I mean? We got some ramp. We're gonna be chilling, okay? And I think probably against Smoker we probably should have took first. Perhaps Persephone. You know what I mean? Just because they love seeing the booby smoker on curb. But also, you know, the thing about this leader is it doesn't care, because like they can play kid on fucking curb and still use kid's ability, which is just unheard of up until this point. Up until this point is unheard of. So fucking sucks. Anyhow, so they're gonna go to 5, and if they've got 7 cards in their hand, that means they've got 8 booby smokers. So I know they got it. I said I know they got it. Pretty sure they got it. They're gonna swing 6. Okay, they're gonna swing first. Okay, you can swing first. You can do whatever you want. It's your game. It's your game. I'm just playing in it. You know what I mean? I can tell you on our end, I told you, if they got 7 cards, that means they got 8 booby smokers. God, that's a lot of Dawn to swing with. So they can easily give us a 2 7s. And they choose to give us a 6, which I can counter out of, and then a 7 and leave 1 up for what? Or you're going to develop a blocker. You're going to develop that Tashigi and cock block me getting rid of a Smoker. They decide against it. They said, you know what? Fuck magic numbers. I want to bleed 1 card from your hand. I want to make sure you take a life. Cool. I don't give a shit. Thanks to Smoker, I get 2 ramps, and that's why we run It's to Die For. Loving it. So now we're gonna go ahead and play out big blocking kid. Okay, and now we can swing 8 and 8. Yeah, we can swing 8 twice. So we're just rushing this leader down at this point. I mean, I'm telling you, the aggression is deceptive. It is crazy how we just come out of nowhere. You got to give me 2 2Ks. You got to give me 2 2Ks and make sure they're Tashigi. You don't give me 2 2Ks. All right. That's crazy. So right now we got Divine Departure. We're okay with taking 1 hit. But if we take a hit from anybody, it's not going to be from the character Booby Smoker, because they got Banish. And Banish really chaps our ass. Okay. We really don't like Banish like that. Swinging 6 into 1. Cool. Oh, they're crazy. They're crazy. You ain't got no blocker. You can play a meta deck, but you ain't got the meta mind? I don't know about that one, Jack. I do not know about that one. They must have some event. They must have something. You swinging at that? That's crazy. That is crazy. What? What do you got? You think you have it like that? Forget who you're playing? 23,000. Yeah. Oh, you thought you had it like that. Oh, you thought you had it. You said I got 19. You said I got 19. Okay, you thought you hockeyed me. You thought you hockeyed me. Because you said I can go up to 19K. And if I'm doing boy math, all he can do is 15K or 16K. Not quite, boss. Not quite. Yeah, when we got these 2 punk rottens on that ass, nah. Even if 1 punk rotten, we would still have right on the money 19. So yeah, I think we all learned something here today. I was wondering. I was like, why would I even let this get through the filter? Because I filter out a lot of games. You know what I mean? I try to give you guys the creme de la Edgar. You know what I mean? But yeah, this is crazy. You know, they were ready, but they weren't that ready. They weren't that ready. We got big kid. This is a big kid. Mommy, wow, I'm a big kid now, okay? Shit. Let's give you one more meta. All right, getting into some see what Marshall D can teach this kid, this rambunctious, this at Ruth Yisk, this at risk youth. Holy shit. Now that I bust that clot up in my brain. Let's go ahead and okay, yeah, so we chose to go second. They mulliganed in, and we keeping this. We're happy. We got our ramp. We're good to go. We're playing against Big Beard, Blackbeard. It don't get more meta, right? It don't get more meta, right? Okay, so nothing to do on the first one. They got the dot Q. They're gonna swing 6. We don't mind taking. The thing about this is because we have 5 life, you get so much more cushion for that push. You know what I'm saying? So we're good on that, but it does get a little dicey towards the end. Towards the end, you do want to just set yourself up to just be able to swing and swing and swing, and multiple rounds, of course, as well. And when they got those Jesus burgers coming at you, you know, hot off the fryer, hot off the broiler, yeah, it can get a little tough. So you don't want to frivolously take life beyond a certain point. You know what I mean? But anyhow, they're gonna Van Auger. Yeah, Van Auger's gonna get rid of that dot Q. That's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough. Now, it's crazy is that they didn't even black hole us. They didn't even butthole us. And you know, they're still low on cards. That's good for us. We're going to be going to 7 next turn. And from 7 to... Oh! So no black hole again. No black hole again. And that's interesting to me. I can't say that, like, oh my god, it ruins my... It because they didn't black hole, like, oh, they're messing up or they're slipping, blah, blah, blah. They know what they got in hand, right? And sometimes black holing ain't the answer. You know what I mean? They obviously had to have chosen to defend earlier. And, you know, that wasn't the answer. I think a lot of Blackbeard players like to take their life down to 3 before they start thinking about countering out. But also, this is a benefit of running a super off-meta, fut-the-wuck leader like a big kid. You know what I mean? You really don't know what to expect. I mean, you can guess that I'm going to be ramping, but... you know, they just don't know what our deck list is. And we do have like cards like It's to Die For, so it doesn't matter what you do. We also have rush cards, so it doesn't matter what you do, right? If they don't do something to me here though, they're crazy. They gotta black. Okay, I was gonna say you gotta black hole me here. Okay, so they black hole us here, and it looks like 2 plus. They're at 7 Dawn. Next turn they're going into 9 Dawn. So we really want to bust them up here. We really want to bust them up if we can. And it looks like we can play out a kid. We can do some things. So I'm going to choose to get rid of the 1 Dawn. Yeah, make it 7K. Okay, 7 and 7. Now kid is live, right? Yeah, and guess what? We got another 4 for that ass, so we can go for Bond Clay, right? Cool. Now we got a Bond Clay out there. All right. Now we're asking them to either have Liberation or die, because they're going to 9 Dawn. They don't have any significant like 9 Dawn card that's gonna like fuck us up, right? They don't have anything like that. I would have also liked to develop just something big, but being able to rush and put on that pressure with Kid and Killer, it's golden, Pony Boy. So let's see. They got 7 cards in hand. They got the 4 cost Liberation. They doubled Orationed us. Okay, so they didn't have the 6, but they had the 2 4s. They get rid of another card. Homeboy's at 8. They can't do anything more than 8 though. And it's getting a little dice. Actually, no, it's not dice at all. As long as I can counter out of this, and I can. Yeah, you guys see what's in my hand? You guys seeing what I'm seeing? You guys seeing what I'm seeing? Because I'm representing a 15K swing right there. Damn it, come on, the kids wanted to see. Okay, so they could have liberationed us. I don't know why they didn't use this one. Am I missing something? Maybe because no, I don't know. I can't. Maybe they just drew into that. Maybe I didn't see that. But anyways, We would have been able to get out of that either way. You know what I mean? They would have had to really prioritize that. But so what was going to happen here is we've got 2 and 4 Dawn. Okay, that's going to give us a total of 10, being 15. Then -1 Dawn, 17. So all we needed was 4 here, right? And then we could put another 4 here, right? And that would have been 11, and that's the swing that I would have done just to be gnarly. And they would have had to have 2, 4, 6, and then another card. And I always like to think that one of their cards is Big Teach. So yeah, I mean, yo, these cards is crazy. These cards didn't get to shine too much. Newgate, of course, did. But anyways, let's take it over to the yist of the list. Well, there you have it, gang. And all I can say is, mommy, wow, I'm a big kid now. Am I right? So we really didn't get to see Lin shine too much, but we ain't mad at it. We ain't mad at it. And, that means that this could be a flex spot, and maybe we could throw some of these in there instead. You know what I mean? Yeah. What if we throw those in there? Who knows? Anyhow, also, yeah, but we did. The reason why I wasn't running this to begin with, and I didn't mention this in the intro or the deck list, is that because we have these bigs here, we actually do like to kind of hang around and make it to the end. And what this does is it ramps us, but it also, and it puts on some pressure. But it also takes a life, and sometimes what I was finding when I was testing is I don't want to lose a life that soon. So, we'll see. What maybe we could do, just get rid of this and throw that out there, and you know what I mean? Just go crazy. Who knows? I could try it again. But I also didn't really see Otama show up too much at all, and that makes me wonder, what if I did this instead? And then that would assist, and when any Dawn is taken back, picture, if you will, I have this established, right? And then I'm going up against a walk it out, right? Walk it out, right? This bastard right here. Well, I can play this to power me up to 10, okay? And then because of that -1, then I get to pop their Rosinante, right? And then I'm at 10. If I get rid of 1 Dawn, I'm at 12, right? So that's like, and I can play this out in the same turn. That's just 4 and 6. That's nothing. Plus whatever else is left over. I mean, if they're at 8 Dawn, I gotta be higher than that, right? So yeah, maybe that could be something. So just some more foods for thoughts, right? We gotta feed those thoughts. Thoughts gotta eat too. Man, that card looks crazy in small form. But anyhow, I'm fucking with it. I'm actually having a good time. Maybe there's also a world where we just get rid of these big moms and just throw these in there, and now we've got like fucking 4, 8, 12. Yeah, nah, I'm getting crazy. But anyways, this has been Murado Music with 3-piece TCG. Pirates TCG. What do you guys think of this? I need you to smash that like button, finger pop that subscribe, turn on the bell, and go down in the comments. Let me know, what am I doing right? What am I doing wrong? What would you be doing differently? Okay, I'm going to just tell you, I'm thinking about this. I'm thinking about it. I can think about it. Yeah, that might be it. That might be it right there. Because now we've got multiple turn 4 plays, multiple turn 3 plays. That's right. If they ain't got something that's worth getting rid of, then we can just play this out, and we're ready to roll. Yeah, I like them apples. There's no escape. Yeah, do we need a lime juice? Because then we can get rid of that, and we'll see. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and save this as my big kid. Yeah, I will see you guys in the next one.
I'm stuck in the game, fucking it up with the gang. For the love of the money and fame, I can tell I never could change. I said I'm stuck in the game,